Hello everyone, my name is Gina and I would like to officially welcome you to Season Beauties. If this is your first time visiting with us on today, welcome. If you are returning, thank you so much. Your girl really does appreciate it and welcome back. Either way, if you are currently not subscribed, come on, you know what to do. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below. Become a part of the Season Beauties family. We'd be more than happy to have you, and there is more than enough room on this family tree just for you. Now, our video on today, we will be reviewing and trying on and creating this look with the items that came in our October Boxycharm base and premium boxes. Now, if you would like to see how this look was created, then by all means continue to watch. Now, before we jump into it, I do want to show you and share some things with you that you will not see but are part of this box. First of all, I did use the go-to exfoliating swipies, and this says foolproof exfoliating pads for glowing skin. Okay, and that's this one right here. Yes, this was in our box. Now, I want to tell you, this has a very nice, fresh, almost citrusy type of smell to it, and it is a two-sided pad. There is an exfoliating side and there is the smooth side. Either one works fantastic. I personally use them both. I use the exfoliating especially around the nose area, and then any troubled spots that I may have had a little bit of a challenge with and needed a little extra exfoliating. So this is the first item that I used, and this product was part of the premium box, okay? Then the next thing that I used was the Murad Hydration Toner, okay? And that's this one right here. Once again, it smells so nice and light, and it has a fresh scent to it. Now, the direction says use AM and PM, hold bottom 8 to 10 bottom. Hold bottle 8 to 10 inches away from your face. Close your eyes. It's a shame to have to tell you that, but just to cover themselves, and mist evenly onto skin after cleansing. Okay, after cleansing. So this was amazing. So I did use this. Now, even though I cleansed my face this morning and before I did this video, I wanted to still use these products so that I would be able to tell you about them. So those two we used, and as I said, those are part of the premium box. Then, in addition to that, this was the next thing that I used. Now, this right here is by Symbiosis London, and this is the Tightening and Replenishing Eye Mask, okay? Now, this little thing right here was amazing. I'm telling you, this was amazing. It has a nice light scent to it, but there's this little infomercial that comes on TV where they put this eye stuff on your eye and they watch the wrinkles and the puffiness disappear. I promise you, that's what happened with this. I don't have wrinkles under my eyes. I don't have crow's feet or anything like that. However, I have had a little bit of a challenge sleeping, and so my eyes were really puffy under here. So it was amazing. I didn't expect it to work like that. Otherwise, I would have recorded before and after so you could see. This is amazing. If you received this in your box and you have not tried it yet, I do suggest you try it, and then hit me up down below. Leave a comment down below and tell me how it worked out for you, okay? Then the next item I used that you will not see was this right here. And this is the Kosas Tinted Face Oil. Now, this is what the packaging looks like. Now, even though they call this a foundation, this certainly to me is not a foundation. Y'all know I am a full coverage girl, but this is a nice, lightweight, non-pore clogging oil. This was really nice to work with. Okay, and I used some of this on before I put my actual foundation on. Now, yes, it was after I used my moisturizer. Actually, this one I didn't use the moisturizer with because I knew I was going to be trying the oil out. So it did work out well, and my face still does not look super shiny or anything like that because I'm definitely not here for the dewy look. That's not my thing. So I was a little concerned about that, but as you see, that was not the case. So yeah. But if this is supposed to be like a BB cream or something like that, that would definitely not work for me. Now, you are supposed to shake well before each use, and it actually worked out really nice. This one as well was a part of the premium box. Now, this was not the main palette because I used this one in another look, and I will link it above so that you can see it. Everything else we'll talk about as we use it and as you see it. So if you would like to see how this look was created, I'm sorry, I didn't even realize that I had my earpiece in. So if you would like to see how this look was created, keep on watching. The first item we start off with is the Dose of Colors Meet Your Hue Concealer. And the shade that I have is number 22. Now, I have to admit, I do like this one. It was full coverage. It was easy to blend. And as you can see, I used my beauty blender. And it was lightweight. Very nice, very nice. However, the biggest issue that I had with this is the smell is really, really strong. It gives off a very strong chemical type of smell, really strong. So that right there would take some getting used to. So that right there, that was the biggest con for me. Now, not only did I use it here on my face, but I also muted out the discolorations of my eyelids. This way, my eyelids will be all one color, allowing for my shadows to really show off the pigmentation and really pop. Now, although you don't see this part, after I finished, I actually put some banana powder over top because, as you know, I do have very oily eyelids, and I wanted to make sure that my shadow stayed in place and it did not crease or, you know, end up inside of the fold of my eyelids. Then after that, you will see that I pulled out my foundation brush again. And I did that so that I could blend my concealer and foundation together so I don't have, you know, lines of demarcation that are showing in between. It looks flawless and seamless. Then we are also using our Luxe Wonderlust 5-piece brush set. Now, in addition to those two products, the next one is the Beauty Bakery palette. All of these items were in our base box. Now, this is the Breakfast in Bed eyeshadow palette. So the first shade that I am using is called Messy Hair. And that one is what I'm using around the socket of my eye. Now, I have to admit, it's not really dark, but it's like a nice rosy color. So that I like very much. Blended it out quite a bit so that we can come back and forth, and with whatever shades, we add on the lid itself, it will transition well. So after messy hair, we go in with what is called yawning. Okay, and the yawning is a little darker, but what we're going to do is place this in the outer V. This shade is kind of like a nice medium plum color, but it's beautiful and it's a very nice matte, and it brings some depth to the eye. Okay, now I was kind of having a little bit of a challenge here. My lips got a little dry, so I did reach for another of the premium box items, which is the Cosa Sport baseline lip fuel. Okay, and that's the hyaluronic lip balm. Now, I don't know about all of these claims that they have that it's energizing, but I will say it does feel nice. Then we're going back into our palette, and we're using the shade French Doors. And this one is kind of like a shimmery, very light lavender shade. And we're going to use it on the inner corner to the middle of the lid. Now, this particular brush is not a part of the Luxe line, but it's one from a previous Boxycharm box. Okay, and now we're going to reach into the shade Fresh Face, and we're going to use that one to blend yawning and French Doors together so that it gives it a nice transition. It doesn't look like from something so starch light to something dark. It will blend the two shades together very, very nicely. Now that we've blended those two shades together, we will go back into messy hair so that we can just buff it out and blend it out a little bit more so that it looks very well merged. Okay, now after that, you don't necessarily see it, but I used my eyeliner, and in the waterline I put black, and then under the eye I used green, and then I used Boo and a View to set it all together. Now I'm just brushing away the remnants from the banana powder and the face powder so that we can get rid of some of that powdery residue, and be able to really finish off this makeup look. Now, after that, we did get a different palette in the premium box, which, if you remember, I did let you know in the beginning that I will post a video above where I actually used that one for the look. But this is the Illuminati palette, and we use the shade Baby Girl. Now, the last item that we have is by Ace Beauty, and this is the Draw It Lip Liner. So what I did is I took the So Gorgeous shade, and we did the outline of the lips. Then I used the second shade, which is Be Peachy. I believe that's what the name of it is. Yes, Be Peachy, to fill it in. I did also come behind it and put a little lip gloss on it so that it would have just a little bit of shine to it. Now, there was a lipstick in the premium box, which I did not use. I'll have it pictured above, which is the Laura Geller 50 Kisses Lip Locking Liquid Color. And here's the final look. Now, I just want to say, I thank you so very much for choosing to spend time with me on today as we reviewed and did a try on of products from our Boxycharm base box and premium box for the month of October. Now, in addition to that, and of course, the only things that you saw were from items that actually came in the box, okay? But I also want to remind you, make sure that you enter the giveaway for breast cancer awareness and our shout out to our survivors as well as those that have transitioned. I will link the video up above. These are the items that are in the giveaway. All right. Now, remember, regardless of the season that you are in, you will always be a seasoned beauty. Until next time.